This is your first interview. Create a narrative, step us through it as if we're there, answer questions, tell us the roadblocks. It's so valuable. Otherwise, I mean, you're one of, I don't know how many books that we'd be looking at that day. And I don't want to seem rude or harsh, but the truth is, any real excuse that we have for skipping over your book and looking at another one, I mean, we got, that's the truth. That's the hiring manager truth of it. Like, it's a very tedious process. And so take that step to tell us what's going on. And moreover, I think it should be important to say that a lot of people don't do that. A lot of books don't have context in the story. They don't talk about user forward or anything like that. They just show a bunch of pretty UI screens, and they're going to the side too. So give yourself an advantage,
Yes.
and add that narrative for
So
sure.
let's do a quick don't. Don't send a Figma file. It's the
Don't
worst. Don't do
don't
that,
send,
please.
please no.
Don't send a link to your Figma file in your portfolio. If you have to use Canva, they have really beautiful images. I use Canva. I use the laptop screen and pasted one of my screenshots on there. Like, there's
Yeah,
so many options that you have to be creative. So don't send a Figma link. Don't create a portfolio. Andrew calls it a book. Same thing. We're
I
talking about the
do. I
same
call
thing
it a
here.
book. Yep.
Yep. And I just want to put that out there for
Yes,
anybody.
thank you.
But don't so another thing that you should not do with your portfolio is make sure you add some sort of content, actual words. No, how long did it take? What was your methodology? For example, was your methodology, I mean, did you do a 6-week study where you talk to people one-on-one? Did you go on Facebook and get 10 of your friends from around the world? Because that's what I did. Like, it really shows your grit and your ability. And also show your before and afters, because it gives us the ability to see your growth and kind of measure, can this person keep up? Because at this point, Andrew, let me know if you agree or not. I think you need to know the job 100%, but it's equally as important to be teachable, because things are changing so quickly. And it's a really awesome way for you to show that change, is show your ability to be even a better designer, showing your before or afters, right?
I agree.
Yeah. And yeah, do you, what other like don'ts, like don't do this on
I,
your
I do want to
portfolio do you
say,
have?
I mean, it's tough, right? So, when you're doing a case study, or you're trying to put together a case study, and you're trying to get out there and interview people, and you're going on Facebook, you're hitting up Reddit. By the way, the Reddit community is real good at going through surveys. They're real great. Yeah, applause to whomever in the Reddit universe who are helping all of our students get through this. We thank you. But the thing is, like, I don't want people to be afraid either when I'm like, okay, so how did you get this research? And they go, oh, I interviewed a bunch of my friends who are all, gamers, and that's what this is about and all that. I'm not going to go, oh, you didn't go through a marketing agency. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, the ingenuity that it took, right? Like, you went out there, and it is scary, right? And you went out there and you said, you know what? I can find these people. I can find these users, and it might be a small group of your friends. It might be whomever in the, what, Reddit universe. But when I see that, I was like, oh, this person can, like, get on their feet, right? This person can, like, pivot to take on responsibility. That's a great sign to me. And I mean, I guess I could say, like, it exercises a little bit of humility of saying, like, we don't always know what to do. We just do the best we can. And I like to see that in other people too. That's a very mature response. That's a mature perspective to have. And when you're with the hiring manager, and that's what we see, that's the kind of person we want to work with every day. That's the person we want to, be on a Zoom call at 8 a.m. is someone who's just like, I don't know, we're going to figure it out, and I mean, and that's another thing to highlight too, is that, your portfolio is great. A book is a great book. Design, we can smooth out that design for sure, right? And tech will change whether you're in Figma or Sketch or whatever you are. Personality matters. People skills do matter. As far as the human skills, that's what we're calling them. Human skills matter, because we want someone that we want to work with. We want to, we're gonna spend a lot of time together, and we're gonna get into some really heated conversations about what methodology is correct and what is not working. And it's important to know that we're hiring somebody who we feel like we can trust enough to be open and like that. So that's also a concern. So don't, I think, if your book isn't the strongest, that's cool. Like, that's not really a huge deal. If you are the kind of person who's like, but I'm a go getter and I'm here to learn. Like that's awesome. Like make sure we know that.